Dear Black people,
what do you want? We is watching Tubi. Leave us the hell alone. I done just told y'all that we are on break. We'll be back right around 2029. I don't know. We are on break. Leave us alone. We ain't bothering nobody. We is in this bed. We is watching Tubi. We got some good snacks. Leave us the hell alone.
This we on break trend, oh my goodness, chef's kiss. I love it. I love to see it. And no matter what the reasoning is, we have finally learned the trick of the enemy. And these emotional tactics are not working. So please stop calling Black people, Black women, Black men. We on break. We not on the front line for the Democrats, because that's what they want us to be on the front line taking all the bullets. I just really think the gaslighting has reached its limit, and Black people are just like, we're not gonna do it. We're not doing it. We not the footmen. We not the soldiers. Get somebody else to do it. And I love to see that. So Democrats want to rebrand with Jasmine Crockett, and she's down for it. So hey, kudos to her. But sis, just keep in mind that while you're playing the game of politics, just make sure you don't get played, because that is usually what happens.
The 92% is not marching with them.
Nope. Get somebody else to do it. Booked and busy, child. Got a manicure and pedicure booked. I got take a nap. I got play a word search. I'm busy. 2025, the rule still applies. Y'all got it. Talk about March, child. I'm marching to my bed. How about that? Getting me some good rest. 92% rest. Okay? Wish you all the best, though, child. I got it.
don't call me baby.
Yeah, girl, hell no. We at home. We at the cookout. If you like me, we at the spa. We getting a massage. We are wherever the hell y'all were when we were going through it. Because let's not play these games like y'all were outside. We were outside with our bloodline on the main line. And y'all was somewhere else. Okay? Now the shoe's on the other foot and it's not funny anymore. And everybody wants a defense. Everybody wants us to run to the rescue. This ain't our battle, baby. Let's get real. Who voted for him? Who showed up to them polls and voted for him? Now, I'm not saying what's happening is right, but who showed up and voted for him? Latinas for Trump, that's who voted for him, okay? Good morning. So nothing fancy this morning. I just wanted to hop up here and talk about the No Kings protest. So before you start gaslighting Black Americans about why they are not going to be outside protesting with you, just know that we are standing in solidarity with you. Just know that we are there with you in spirit, but we cannot physically be out on the front lines because they will be using us as target practice. I'm sure that you're well of your privilege, and I need you to use it immediately. For the longest time, Black voices and Black bodies have been the backbone of resistance in this country, to the point where I don't even know if you know how to resist without Black bodies and Black voices. And unfortunately, it's no longer our turn, because we showed up in November in 20 Black Suburbans like Sunday service, and we feel like we did our part. So to the Latinos, the Anglo-Saxons, the Asians who don't never say shit, they don't never protest nothing, to all the communities that have silently benefited from the labor of Black resistance, it's go time. It's your turn. It's no longer our turn right now.
Yeah, as you can see, they need Black people out there on the streets. They need Black people to fight for them. They need Black people to fight with them. They are obsessed with Black people. They are disturbed with Black silence. And as you can see, Black folks are saying, we are resting this out till further notice. We aren't fighting for you. Enough is enough. We did what we had to do in November, but you failed us big time. Why do you need our help? When we needed you the most, you decided you can't vote for a very intelligent woman who have the skills to lead this country, and you voted for your yellow man. And now your yellow man is finishing you slowly, making you bankrupt, making everything expensive, making the American dream to be a nightmare. It's now when you realize that you need Black people to help you fight him. It's when you realize that you need Black people on the front lines to be used as human shields for your protests. We aren't coming. In fact, we are watching in silence on our TVs indoors, because whatever the case, you don't even know what a protest is. You are just turning out in numbers and doing no impact. Black people are resting this out because, as you can see, these people are obsessed with the Black people, and they're really, really disturbed with Black silence. But Black people, here is what they had to tell them.
Hey friend, can we talk? there seems to be some confusion in the communities amongst us. Why black people not out here protesting was because, mother, we already did that shit. And they didn't give us a thing. But what they did do is they looked out for every other race. Okay? Y'all got all the benefits from the marches that we did. Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, all the beating, all the lynching and all that shit. We marched. The Civil fucking War was for our freedom and for us to have equal rights. And they didn't give a shit. So the next time I see a motherfucker like, why are the black people not? You take your ass out there and get shot and shit and see what the fuck happened. You notice ain't nobody got shot or nothing like that because they ain't this color. They this color. So get your ass out there and get to it. Do your big one. I got to learn this new line dance. They got the boots on the ground. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. What them things say? Not protesting. Like, comment, and share. I gotta go. Love you, bye.
I think it's funny how everybody's true colors are coming out, especially the black people.
So now it's funny how black people's true colors are showing. Let's unpack that. Been the blueprint for resilience, culture, and activism. Realize that majority of the rights that you have in America are because of people who look like me. I'll keep going. She brought up Black Lives Matter, which I love this topic. Yes, we were outside fighting for our lives, not just holding signs, treating activism like a trend. It's not a viral moment, sweetie, because we live that fight every day. As for the we were there narrative, standing beside us is the same as standing for us, especially if you're quick to talk down on us the moment it's convenient. About fleeing to America during slavery. Mexico abolished slavery in 1829, which made it a refuge for enslaved black people escaping the US. We didn't flee. They sought freedom. Those two are not synonymous of each other. Flipping through a history book, a Google search would have told you that. Lastly, I'll say this. Solidarity comes with conditions or backhanded comments. Keep it. Black people don't need performative allies. Damn sure don't need people who want to sit here and not take accountability for their own actions and question their own people why they voted for that jackass. We did our part. So yeah, you know I'm gonna be at? Right here, chilling. I'm in the house. I'm in the house. Good luck.
Y'all are focusing on the wrong people. Y'all are focusing on why don't black people care what Trump is doing. We do. But we're focusing on us and ourselves to survive through this. What y'all need to be focused on instead of, well, why aren't black people actively protesting and doing all the things that they usually do? One, because we told you we're not going to do that anymore. Okay? We told you. Y'all didn't listen. Two, because we can't help you as much as the people you need to help you. Okay? You need white people. You're focusing on black people, you need to focus on white people. You need to get their attention, their compassion, their empathy, their social and political power. You're focused on the wrong people. You're focused on the wrong demographic. Black people don't make up the vast majority of this country. We don't make up the vast majority of politicians. We are not in the White House. I'm telling you, you need to focus on white people and getting them to actively care and campaign and protest in your name, in your favor, and leave black people alone.
And a lot of people have been saying, where are the black people? I'm not seeing a lot of black people at these protests, whether it's in San Francisco, New York, DC, Boston, all across the U.S. Folks, we did our part. You understand? 92% of black women voted for Kamala Harris. 78 or 80% of black men voted for Kamala Harris last November. We did what we were supposed to do when it mattered the most. Now, all of this protesting is fine and dandy, but it's too little too late. Folks should have been having the same type of energy last year in November. Folks should have been up in arms, carrying signs and picket fences, shouting to the top of their lungs at that voting booth last November. We black people in the house, having a glass of wine, with our feet kicked up, watching y'all out in hell, sleet, and snow, and rain and everything else protesting. You want to know why? Because we did our part. We held up our end of the bargain, especially black women. There's nothing else to do. See you at the midterms.
And, they really thought that we was going to protest. They really thought that we was going to protest. Because if we protested, right, for all the things that happened to us, all of the things that's been happening this year, them twins that got killed, that student that got lynched, all the things that have been happening to us, we stayed calm. We've been just like, nope, we're not going to do it. We know what they're doing. We're not going to do it, right? Us protesting, it's not just because we're not out in the streets. It's also because it makes white people who are also being affected by this system understand how bad it is for them. Because when we go out and protest, it lulls white people into a sense of false security that it's only happening to black people. That's why you see things like, oh, black women are the ones who are getting laid off. So it makes them feel like they're secure in their job because it's actually black women that it's happening to. It's not going to happen to me. It's happening to black women. They did the same thing during COVID. Like, black people are disproportionately affected by COVID. We're dying in disproportionate numbers. I don't be believing none of this stuff that they talking about. I think that they put those stories out there so that white people will feel like they're secure, like they're okay. Everything's okay with me because actually it's minorities that are suffering. I'm not suffering. But when black people didn't go out there and protest, then it became, oh, hold on. Maybe I'm suffering too. Maybe if black people ain't suffering, who's suffering? Because it's getting rough out here. So if they're not going out there, then I can't dissuade myself. I can't lull myself into a false sense of security into thinking that nothing's happening to me. That I might be the lowest on the totem pole if black people are not protesting. Somebody's got to do it. And that's exactly what happened. When black people go out and protest, white folks feel like they don't have to. They don't have to. It's not happening to them. But since black people didn't go out and protest, they was like, shit, this shit might be happening to me. It ain't happening to them, but it's happening. So who's it happening to? Yep. And that is what happened. And that's why they went all the way down to taking away food stamps. Because they know who's going to hurt the most. It's going to hurt elderly white folks the most. And poor white people. That's who's going to hurt the most. And I'll tell you why. Anytime I needed food stamps, I didn't get them. And you know why? Because I can't trust the government. I can't trust them. I cannot depend on them. Because they can pull out the rug from under you at any time. Just like they doing right now. I knew not to trust them. So I never got food stamps. Even when I needed them. I just said, whatever, we'll figure it out. And always did. Because they do exactly what they're doing right now is exactly what I knew they was going to do. And a lot of black people did too. We knew we couldn't trust them. We can't trust them. The government? Are you serious? So, yep. It's going to get rough out here.
When the rest of the world is asking Americans why they're not protesting, why haven't we blazed out the Capitol yet? Let me explain, okay? What's happening in America, if you don't know, if you're new here. So black people have decided to sit this out. Because we have been saying the same things. We've been fighting for this country. We've been putting our bodies on the line for forever, right? We're sitting this out. We have learned our lessons. It's not our lesson to learn. Okay. With that being said, someone else has to now take up the call, right? White people are not prepared for this. You have to understand, they have lived in America their whole lives. And even though there's a difference between logic and emotions, especially if we're talking about the survival brain, okay? Logically, they understand what's happening. Logically, they know it's not good. Logically, they know something needs to be done. Emotionally, though, they are still tied to America. They still believe in America fundamentally. They still think that their politicians are going to do something. They think if they make enough phone calls, something will happen. If the politicians were going to do something, they would have never let him in the first place. None of his cabinet picks would have gone through. They're not doing anything for us. They're not going to. But white people have got to like fully embrace that. And they have to see America for what it is. And I don't know if a lot of white people are ready to fully, clearly see the narcissist in its full form. Because if you've ever been in a relationship with a narcissist, I have. I was with a narcissist for like 18 years. When you first recognize that they're a narcissist, you logically know it. You understand it. You know something's off and wrong. But to tie it to this person who you have seen in different light, like, because no abuser is abuser 100% of the time, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't mess with them. So then you get stuck with this intermittent schedule of reinforcement from your abuser where you're like, they're bad, but are they that bad? And maybe, you know, they're bad in this way, but maybe they won't do this. It's the same person, okay? The same politicians who let all his cabinet picks go through are the same politicians not doing nothing right now. And they're not going to. It's too late. So unless y'all get real angry, real active very quickly, see, white people, y'all have not ever had to be angry before like this. Y'all have never had to get active before like this. At the point in time where I see somebody asking on a comment section, can we do our protests during the weekend because they don't have PTO to take off and they need to pay their bills? You're not going to have a house to have bills to pay for. You're going to have a job to call off on. I don't think y'all understand the extremity of the situation. Like, this is not going to be a peaceful protest type of situation. And the sooner, I am not condoning violence in any way, but because of what that side is going to do, that is what it's going to lead to, okay? Read a history book. Look up the civil rights. We didn't get our rights by marching along with signs singing we will overcome. No. That is not how that happens, honey. So if you are white and you're watching this, you need to phone 5 friends. That's your homework. Phone 5 friends and get them real angry, because that's the only way. Y'all know how y'all got on those Zoom calls for Kamala? Y'all need to do that. Y'all need to start a Zoom call for getting active, because this woe is me, somebody come save me, it's not happening. As Kendrick Lamar said, welcome to the real America, honey. This is America.
The message is very loud and clear. Nobody is coming to save them. They should struggle hard through the consequences of their votes and save themselves. And in fact, somebody just said that these folks doesn't know how to protest, which might actually be true, because tell me why white people are protesting on a weekend. What government office is working on a weekend? What message are they passing on a weekend? You know, when black people used to protest back then, they used to protest from Monday to Sunday, every day, until they make sure the message is taken home. These people are protesting on a weekend, like the No Kings protest. They protested on a Saturday. What office works on a Saturday? The message won't be, you are home. Also, the government officials are home anyway. So what message are you trying to pass? When black people say you should know how to strategize and rescue themselves, this is what they mean. Because for the longest time, the black people have been known for their resilience. When they go on a protest, they will make sure that the impact will be seen. And coming to think of it on the contrary, you know, this black silence which is disturbing these folks, it is also a form of protest. Because you see, you can literally see the impact. The white people are complaining, why are black people not fighting with us? Why are black people not fighting with us? Why are black people not saying anything about the current situation of the country? Why are black people not on the streets with us? You see, the black silence is disturbing them. And this is also a form of protest by the black people. And as you can see, there is always an impact, whether on the streets or not, there is always an impact from the black community. And that is why you see, they are desperately in need of black help. They are desperately in need of black strategy. They need the impact, black impact. But the black people, they are resting this one out. Somebody just said till further notice, till 2029 plus and counting. Because, of course, they did their part on the booth in November. So what else do you want the black people to do? If they go on the protest, you are the same people who will say these black people are causing violence, they are burning cars, oh, they are doing this, they are robbing people, they are looting, they are making noise. The same black people, you are the ones that are shooting them, pushing them on the front line to be shot, beating up them, calling them racist, telling them to go back to Africa. So black people, it is not like they are tired. They are just resting. Yes, they are resting because when they decide to do this, they will do this and they will see the impact. Yeah, let them rest out. They've done enough for the country, and it is your time to also do something for the country. Or what do you think, guys? Tell me what you think in the comment section. Let's have a discussion on this and see you in the next.